Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone Mercenaries Heroic bounty guide, I'm going to take a look at the heroic chess event in Darkmoon. There is currently no equipment associated with the chess event, so you can freely come into this with a 6-piece. And the chess event fight is a little bit of a different one. It is reminiscent of chess events in old solo adventures. You're going to face the king, the queen, bishop and stuff, and you also have 2 black pawns on your own side. You're also going to be able to use 4 mercenaries in the fight, so typically I like to position the pawns in the middle and my mercenaries on the side with the least important ones at the far ends, and then just blast down the queen, the bishop, the king and boom, just win it. Chess event overall is quite farmable. Just bring some casters so that you can AoE everything down, and that's pretty good. And here are 3 comps that can really do it. The Shadow comp is excellent and fast for the chess event. So for the climb, I'm mostly using Azshara with Mark of Azshara, Murky with March of the Murlocs, and Kazakus with Wildvine. So Kazakus summons a Taunt Golem, Azshara is going to use its first ability, Murky and the small Murlocs sometimes deal some damage if necessary so that you just one-shot pretty much every fight. However, some fights are not very good for Azshara, in which case you can bring Kazakus, together with Vol'jin with Ring of Haste, and Azshara with Xal'atath. So between those 2 comps, this comp can really handle pretty much everything. That leaves you 1 extra space. I'm using Natalie Seline here, with Splinter of Nordrassil, but overall Natalie is completely optional. You can obviously also do the chess event with fire, so I'm using Balinda with Lesser War Elemental, Baron Geddon with Mark of Conflagration, Ragnaros with Blazing Rune, and GC with Blazing Band. One of the upsides of fire is that this pretty much leaves you with 2 slots to carry some mercs for coins. I was just doing Medivh's and Tess's tasks here, so that's why they're included. And whenever you're talking about AoE casters, well, of course there's also Holy. So Anduin with Harmonic Mallet, Cornelius with Shield of Dawn, and Velen with Tome of Inspiration is the core. In addition to them, I also have Natalie with Splinter of Nordrassil here, but Natalie is completely optional. And it's sometimes useful for fire to have these holy fighters for the climb, so that if Anduin Velen isn't a good fit for the fight, then you can bring in Yrel with Libra of Wisdom, and Tyrael with Eldruin. And this is what all of these comps look like in action. Alright, heroic chess event with Shadow. I like to position my pawns in the middle so that their end of turn effect works properly, no matter how many I have killed. This white queen obviously is the main target early on, and this one, and then we go for the white king. So the pawns are going to be hitting into the queen, and from here Shadow Beam. I probably want to Anathema on turn 2. I think I'm going to Shadow Beam turn 1. I have Cursed Treasure, so that's going to make things a little bit more awkward. Or maybe a lot more awkward at the start. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's fight. I think it's still going to be fine, even though I'm taking a whole bunch of additional damage here. Because of the Cursed Treasure. We'll see. Kazakus buffing the pawns is pretty sweet. Pow pow. And the pawns already eliminating the queen there, making the king vulnerable, and now we're going to pop off with all the goodies. Let's go. Rebukes and everything. Kazakus a little bit, because there's no space for the golems. So Kazakus is a tiny bit useless here. But I mean, Wildvine already making the pawns a little bit sturdier. That's something. And I guess we could do a benediction here to heal up a little bit. Keep hitting into the king. I don't want to take the shifting tides damage, so we'll just do the mage paramount. The shadow claws now. Yeah, let's do it like this. If I didn't have the cursed treasure, this would be a little bit faster. But it's not terrible even like this. Because just look at how sturdy everything I have here is. And then we can go for another big blast. And boom, boom. That's the fight. Alright, heroic chess event with fire. So the king is initially immune because of the queen. White king is immune, takes double damage from black pawn. And then this one deals 10 more damage to left and rightmost enemies. So my black pawns will attack at the end of the turn automatically, which means that I like to position the black pawns in the middle, the least important characters on the sides. In this case, well, GG, Geddon, Ragnaros is basically my team. That Medivh is just somebody I'm carrying here for the tasks anyway. So these should be easily able to do this. These deal double damage to the white queen. So we're going to start blasting the white queen here. And now, well, I have Cursed Treasure, so that Blazing Song is a little inconvenient, but we'll see what it does. And I typically would want to Magma Blast the white queen. Maybe I'll go for Die Insects because of the effect this time. So let's see what happens here. It's a little inconvenient, the treasure, but on the other hand, the chess event is not very difficult, so I should still be easily able to handle this. And most of them are protectors, so Geddon is just going to have a field day here. Well, that Ragnaros hit was really a big miss, but other than that, no worries whatsoever. Just keep blasting. These are going to be attacking into the king, and we'll try that one again. Health and Taunt. Doesn't really make much of a difference. Might as well blast at the king. So here we go. Boom, boom. Whee! And the pawns in the middle, so that the pawns will always have stuff that they can attack into at the end of the turn. Like this. And let's do it one more time with the feel. With meteors and stuff. And pow. Yeah, life for the king is not looking very good right now. Apart from that random queen summon there. It's actually managed to delay my inevitable victory by a turn. But it's all good. So boom. Alright, heroic chess event with the Holy Squad. So I tend to position the least valuable members to the sides. And then the black pawns in the middle. Black pawns will go for the queen. Everything else is going to hit pretty much into the bishop. Until the queen goes down so that we get to the king. And well, that's pretty much how we roll. We might be able to do something like this here. Let's get some Radiant Light going. Some Horde defronting. Blast into the bishop, blast into the queen. That's how we roll. Some attacks coming in. Cornelius tanking them rather adequately so far. And boom, there goes the queen. The queen is dead. Now with the queen down, then we're going to do some double holy novaing. Pow, 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 pow. And why not another Radiant Light as well, so actually switching it over like that. Could have also attacked the queen, attacked the king here, I suppose. Yeah, that would have been fine. But be that as it may, because pow. The king is starting to feel a little bit lonely. What can I say? And we might as well blast into the king now. And penance and blast into king and blast into the king and holy blast into the king and might as well Vindicator's Fury. So lots of blasting into the king and that's that. Boom. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.